Hello tail friends, Areku here, and I have a little guide for survival unit if you're having trouble with the exploration missions. My goal here in this video is to help you clear the content without having to pull out the old credit card. Now, explorations in this game aren't particularly complicated, but they do get tough pretty fast and wall you really hard if your characters aren't built enough or you're using the wrong ones. But there's 3 very free-to-play friendly characters you can use to get an edge on these. The first is Claire. Claire is spammed all over this game to the point it's actually difficult to not have her built and start up at least a little bit. And she basically makes every other DPS character entirely irrelevant. Sorry Becca and Alyssa. As much as I would have preferred to use you, you just can't compete with that Gatling gun. She even has a stun, even though you can't really control when it comes out. Her Gatling gun you can control though, and finding the right spot to use it in each wave is pretty important sometimes. The next character is Barry Burton. Barry's damage is nothing to sneeze at, and mixed with Claire you can auto-battle a ton of waves as they blast through everything with optimal cooldown use. Barry also has a skill that reduces your stamina cost on missions, which is huge. The only problem with Barry though is he requires you to be in an alliance to build him. But he's super easy to build with his event that comes back decently often. Don't miss out. In just one event cycle you can get him to 4 stars no problem, and even max him out in a second rotation if you try. The only ranger that might outdo Barry at this time is Jill. But she requires you to spend money. Lame. Now the final and most important part of this team, the one I'm deeming the king of the free-to-play, is Mark Wilkins. Mark works very well once he gets a star, and amazingly well after 2 stars, gaining his health regen passive. His double hammer fist of a stun halts whole crowds, bosses, and anything you could want. And you don't even have to level it since it only increases the damage a little. Focus on leveling his block as much as you can, and he can keep whole armies at bay as Claire and Barry shred through everything. The stun tends to happen every second block cooldown as well, giving you time to block again. And sometimes he'll even glitch and block twice in a row. They'll probably fix this, but it's really funny for now. Mark is so strong when all of his abilities are unlocked, I dare say he's even better than Carlos in survivability. You know, if you even manage to get your hands on Carlos. If you take anything from this video, make sure to level Mark. But what of the players who don't have an alliance? Well, for good measure, I'll make a recommendation for that too. Though you should really join an alliance in this game. This other team is a bit more gimmicky and weaker than the team I've given. Marvin and Tyrell are a pretty good combination though. Tyrell doesn't do as much damage as Barry and needs some build up, but if you protect his turrets he can get multiple up in a wave and do some pretty respectable work, which is where Marvin's barricades come in. His barricades make it much easier to protect the turrets. This team will need just a bit more investment to accomplish the same thing that the other one can. But what do you think? Did this guide help you at all? I hope so. Make sure to check out my other videos, and I'll see you next time.